What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today, you're joining me at the site of Ionna's first Rechargery. As I mentioned, we're in Apex, North Carolina at Ionna's first DC fast charging site that they're calling a Rechargery. And this one actually has a whole shop. I'm going to give you guys a full tour. We're going to charge a car and show you guys what makes this special and why this is a monumental day for DC fast charging in North America. You can see in the background the Apex water tower, the peak of good living, as they say here in Apex. And as I always do on these site tours, I'm going to be starting with the electrical infrastructure. We'll be starting where the power comes into the site from the grid. We have a brand new utility pole. It's coming down, primary feed down there. That's just a temporary service that they were using for construction power. We have a 2.5 MVA or 2500 kVA transformer, and they are served by the town of Apex, which is a municipal utility, which is probably part of the reason they were able to build this site so quickly. The site was started about 2 months ago, and this is now the soft launch. We come over here. This is your AC distribution cabinet. So this is taking that 480 volt coming from the secondary transformer and then distributing it out to the site. So we have a main, and then we also have branch circuits. This appears to be a bit oversized. Let's see if there's any details on this label here. So that's just arc flash information. But then this distributes it out to the site and to the chargers. This appears to be future-proof, so hopefully they have some expansion capacity here as well. They have an emergency stop here, which I'm not the biggest fan of emergency stops. This may have been required by the municipality or other body, so I'm not a huge fan, but if it's required, then it's required. My preference would be to put that into a Knox box that can be accessed by firefighters or similar. But this is certainly a better implementation than putting it on the chargers themselves. This should maybe be a little bit more hidden, I think. I don't know. Curious what you guys think on that down below. And then we come over to the chargers. So we have 5 Alpatronic HYC 400s here. Yes, that means 400 kilowatts. And what's also special here is that we have native NACs. And what that means is that we have 1000 volt, 400 kilowatt, 600 amp, non-Tesla NACs. And that is a big deal for charging in North America. What we're going to see today is probably the fastest charging Cybertruck that we've seen in North America, because this is actually more power than a Tesla supercharger can output, because there are no version 4 superchargers that are actually in existence yet. So let's take a look at these cables. These are actually liquid cooled. So here we have it. This is 1000 volt NACs or J3400. And you can tell that because it has the little bit of separation on the top DC pins compared to what a supercharger handle looks like. You can try out the cable management. So that swings out nicely and has a really far reach. So you could actually pull in a Tesla nose in here and plug it in, no problem. Actually, more likely on that side. Just given the charge port location, but this should be able to reach just about any port location without any problem. These can charge 2 vehicles at once. And what's unique about this being able to charge 2 vehicles at once, unlike a lot of charging stations that it might be 350 kilowatts, and then they can split power, often cases those will have to share the current. And what's different here is that these Alpatronic hyperchargers can actually do a 1200 amp system output. So that means you can actually do 2 times 200 kilowatts, each with up to 600 amps each. So you could do 2 Teslas with low pack voltage or 2 Fords with low pack voltage, and both of them could get up to 600 amps. Of course, up to 200 kilowatts if they're both requesting over 200 kilowatts, or these can actually go to 100, 300, or 250, 150, or 200, 200 across either cable. So it's a 50 kilowatt power sharing granularity. If you haven't already, I did a video with Tom Malogny going over the Alpatronic hypercharger and kind of what makes it special when he came to the Alpatronic grand opening in Charlotte, North Carolina. So let's keep touring here and I'll show you guys more. I also want to mention, so we're here today. Out of Spec is hosting a meetup that Kyle organized with Ionna. And this is actually going to be a stress test day for this entire site. There's going to be probably 100+ cars coming through and charging all day long. So I'm here a little bit early shooting this video for you guys. And I think that's really cool. I'm really excited to see what all goes on today. Here we have a Model 3 charging. I'll show you guys the interface as well. So here's the splash screen. Today they're actually operating at 2 cents per kilowatt hour, but that's going to be the normal price that they're showing on the screen. So we'll go through the instructions, show you guys the interface. These are not touch screens. They have these push buttons, so that should really help reliability. Here's pay by card instructions, and pro tip, you can actually plug in first and then tap your card. I think that's a little bit easier, but there is a risk of running into timeouts there. So just make sure you're ready to tap your card or Apple Wallet or whatever right away. Today, they're not doing plug-in charge or auto charge, but they do have instructions on here for when they fully launch next week. So it looks like they'll be launching with plug-in charge for BMW and Mercedes. We'll go to App Start here. Ionna is not launching with their own app, but looks like they'll be roaming with ChargePoint, Kia Access, Mercedes Me, My BMW, My Cadillac, My Chevrolet, My GMC, My Hyundai with BlueLink, Shell Recharge, Stellantis, Free to Move Charge. That's quite the name of an app. So basically you should use the app, start the session, and then plug in. So that's kind of roaming use. Let's go into pricing details. So here we have some info on kilowatt versus kilowatt hour, which I think is a good explainer. Charging speed, some analogy, and then it shows the price. No idle fee, no flat fee. I think they'll implement that as they become a little bit more operationalized. But right now, nice flat 48 cents a kilowatt hour and no extra fees. And then we'll go into the last menu here, customer support. And then here it gives their help number, both in text and in the number itself. And then that just gives you a little bit more info. Great starting point here. I'm sure they'll put more info as things go on. You can also change the language here. See how this looks. So that does not change the language on the screen menus, but it does change the options, so that's fine. So here we have the charging menu. So if you had 2 cars charging, you'd see both of the sessions here. We'll go into this Model 3 session. You can see the running costs there because they're only charging 2 cents a kilowatt hour. 57%, 69 kilowatts. You can see the cost detail. Actually, they're looking at 1 cent a kilowatt hour on this unit right now. Must be just testing beforehand. Then you can also see my favorite part here, charging detail. So this battery must have been pretty cold when they pulled in. You can see it kind of shot up to bring up pack voltage, then dip down, and now it's slowly increasing as the charging or as the battery is warming up. You can see 35% to 58%. Current, volts, energy delivered, all that fun stuff, which I think is just fantastic. We have paid or credit card readers, which are touch screens, so I could actually activate a second session here if I wanted to, and then that will time out once I'm done. And just a nice here. So they're calling these genuine charging or charge dispensers. We have some labels back here. I'll show you guys the data label. So as I mentioned, they are up to 600 amp output and up to 1000 volts. Rate of power of 400 kilowatts and pretty good operating range there. We'll go over to one of these CCS units. We have a Mercedes EQS SUV charging. Let's see what their charging looks like. So 50%, looks like they're actually ramping up, or it looks like they shot up and now we're back on the natural curve, probably a cold battery again. They started at 5%. So yeah, definitely probably cold battery warming up and now onto the natural curve, peak of 203 kilowatts. And there you can see that there, 52 kilowatt hour delivered in 18 minutes. So that's actually really good. And here we have the CCS1 handles. So to release these from the holster, you do have to press the button. So just like that, pull it out. If you try to just pull, it will not release. Then I'll show you guys this cable management as well. So again, great reach. So they're the same length, whether it's CCS or NAC, so no real difference there. And today's a little bit of a chilly day, so the cables are a little bit more stiff, but on a cooler day or on a warmer day, they'll be a little bit even more flexible. Here you can see how it goes back gently. So that way it's not slamming back or anything. The last little bit shuts, but in general, it's nice and smooth. Ionna has a Silverado EV as a service van, which is awesome. They have this logo here, putting the service back into the station. A little corny. All of their marketing's a little bit corny, but I think it works. And as long as the charging works, that's the main thing for all of this. Over here we have Tom Logney's Lightning. We have Pete, as you guys have probably seen on Batteries Included and other things. They're recording a 0 to 100 charge curve. 46%, getting 116 kilowatts. You can see it recording there. A little inception to a coming state of charge video. Tom, of course, has all his adapters on display. They have the Electron, the Ford Electron, the A to Z, and the official Tesla. And then today, because it's the opening event, they have lineups set here for both NACS and CCS, because it's going to be a constant stream of cars coming in. And then let me just show you guys overall the building here. We, of course, have a lot of the Ionna staff here to support this soft launch. Just walking around here to not walk through the muddy area. They're going to be finishing some landscaping here, and you may have noticed that there's not lights under the canopy. Those are coming, so don't worry. This is a little bit of a pre-launch before they actually launch next week, so that's coming. This is the mobile command center they're using today for the event. And then coming up to also what makes this site special is the building. So they have a lot of amenities in here. Here we have Jose from Mervian Tracker. If you're not already following, definitely give a follow. We've got some catered food today. We have vending machines. And I did check out the prices on these, very reasonable. 2 something for drinks, 2 something for snacks. So definitely a convenience store price, but actually on the lower end, I'd say. So very reasonable. Nice signage all throughout. And then this will actually be open Monday through Friday during the week. So let's look at the hours. And this will be actually a manned station. And then 24/7, you can actually access this building. There's a QR code here that you can sign up, and then you can actually get digital access to the building. Thank you. And then this section will be closed unless it's during the manned hours, so you can come over here. But this section with the vending machines, the restrooms, is the 24/7 accessible area. Here we have a coffee shop set up. We have some co-working spaces in here that you can actually reserve or book. So if you need to take a call or something while you're charging, you can do that. And there's even a nice little gaming system here. I have not tried this out, but there's a ton of different games on here. You can even do multiplayer. And we'll go out the back here as well. Show you guys the restrooms. They're nice. And we're right back out here. Well, the day is finally here. Curious what you guys think. If you're stopping by, hopefully I'll have met a lot of you guys today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment what you think down below. Thank you guys for watching.